got a question for you. Can you go on vacation, take this phone, turn it off, no Slack messages, no emails, no voicemails, and have your business continue to not only run without you, but grow? Will sales still happen? Will appointments still go? Will issues still get resolved? If you can't answer yes to that question, then you don't really have a business. What you have is a job. And on this video, I'm gonna break down the 5 key systems that you need to create a business that runs without you. And actually, wait, I thought of a 6th bonus system, so make sure you stay until the end. These systems really do stack on top of each other, and the 6th one is what ties everything together. Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Danny, and my mission, my passion is to help you create a business where you earn more money, work less, and have more fun. Because after all, isn't that what you got into business to do? Now, I have a company called All-Star VAs. We help entrepreneurs just like you implement systems, automations, AI, and virtual assistants, but I'll talk about that a little bit more in detail down the road. For now, I want you to think of the 5 key systems that you need, just like a car. A car has all kinds of systems that not only make it run efficiently and smoothly, but allow you to get to where you want to go. Your business is just like that. So let's go ahead and dive in and check out the key systems that you need to make your business run just like an awesome car. System 1 is your administration of your business. You could think of this as the dashboard of your car. And when you sit down in your car and you turn on the, I was gonna say turn on the key, but now everything's push button start. So you push it and the car starts and you see all of those cool alerts on your dashboard. You see the things that are going well as you're driving, and you also see the things that are cautioning you to things that may be going wrong in your car. That is like your administration system. This is your email, your voicemail, your calendar management, your schedule, your appointments, your dashboards showing you the key performance indicators of your business. That is all administration. And I want you to think about, in your business, how much time do you spend every single day on things like that? If it's more than an hour a day, you're probably leaving millions of dollars on the table in your business. In fact, on average, our clients at All-Star VAs tell us that they save over 20 hours a week with a great administrative assistant. Now, the thing I also want you to think about with admin is what your time is worth. Now, if you think about your hourly rate, and all you have to do to really do that is think about how much time you work all year on things that produce income and divide that into that money that you make all year. Usually people's hourly rates, depending on your business, could be anywhere at $500, $1,000, $2,000 or more per hour. You can outsource and you can delegate the administrative side of your business for $4 to $8 an hour when you do this properly with the right standard operating procedures, key performance indicators, and the right people. I'll get to the right people a little bit later in my bonus system number 6 that I didn't even tell you about yet. So of course, make sure you watch till the end. So administration, a lot of people want to skip this. They want to go straight to some of the other systems that I'm going to talk about in this video. But the admin system is so critical to your business. It's the most important thing that you need to address first. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in, and sorry to interrupt this video. This is a newer channel for me. If you like what you're seeing and you're getting value, hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Then YouTube will show this video to more entrepreneurs just like you. And continuing with that car analogy, if you really want to throw some high octane fuel onto your business, I want to invite you to book a free call with my team. We'll give you any standard operating procedures that you need. We'll do a full audit of your business, check out what's working, what isn't working, and help you get where you want to go. All you got to do is hit the link down in the description below or scan this QR code, and we'll be excited about chatting with you. All right, now back to the video. Once you've addressed administration, the next system that you have to have in your business in order for it to succeed and to create a business that runs without you is fulfillment. You could think of fulfillment as the engine of your business. Now, fulfillment is actually doing the thing that your business does. So, for example, if you're a real estate agent, that would mean selling homes and helping buyers and sellers actually go look at property, listing homes, things like that. If you're a financial advisor, that would mean actually going out and building the portfolio and delivering the returns on your stocks. If you're an online coach or you have a coaching program or a training program, it's the actual program that you are selling. So I want you to think of fulfillment as the engine of your business. That's the thing that actually drives the car, right? So without a good fulfillment system on the back end, of course, that car is going to sputter. It's not going to drive very well. Your customers aren't going to be happy, and you're going to have a lot of issues. So for most entrepreneurs, that fulfillment part is actually the fun part. It's the easy part. It's the part that you wanted to get into business to do. So I know that when I first started selling real estate, I loved going out and showing homes with buyers, and I loved listing properties, and fulfillment was great. But eventually what I realized is that if I'm responsible for fulfillment, then that takes up so much time that I'm working in the business, not on the business. And so whatever business you're in, creating an amazing fulfillment system with standard operating procedures and KPIs is of course critical, but then ultimately having people in place in your fulfillment portion of your business, or creating that engine that runs the business without you, is also key. And that starts with the right SOP, and then it ends with, or not ends, but continues to go with having the right people. All right, once you have administration and fulfillment dialed in, system number 3 is so important, and that is your marketing and your social media. You can think of these as the fuel of the car. This is what you actually inject into the car so that the car can run properly, so that you can get where you want to go. Now, I want to caution you. So many people come to me and say, Danny, I want to hire a social media manager, or I want to hire a marketing manager to run my social media and all that good stuff. And they do that before they've done System 1 administration and before they have fulfillment dialed in. Now remember, all of these systems stack on top of each other. The social media and marketing really is the fuel that drives your car, but until you have administration and fulfillment down, you don't want to really replace yourself in social media and marketing, because a lot of that is your personal brand, a lot of that is the message that you're putting out there. But man, I gotta tell you, once you're able to replace yourself and create an awesome system for social media and marketing, it is an amazing thing. I'll give you an example. This last 30 days, we were able to get over 2 million views on my Instagram account, which we just started really a system for about 90 days ago. And it's already producing amazing results. We're getting calls booked for all-star VAs. We're getting so many interactions. I'm building my following and my growth on Instagram. By the way, if you're not following me, there's a link below. Follow me over on Instagram. Would love to connect with you there. And so, when you get that system going with a good content calendar, we have something that we call the content machine that we give to all of our clients. It involves making sure that, you know what your brand is, making sure you know what your ideal target market is and your ideal client avatar, and then crafting your social media calendar for that. That is an awesome, awesome thing. And when you have all of that dialed in, now you're not spending hours scrolling on social media, but social media is actually working for you. And then you have the leads and the appointments and the bookings coming in for whatever your business is. And then of course, what's awesome about that is when you implement that and install that into your system, and you already have your other systems like your administration to handle all of that on your dashboard, and you have fulfillment to handle all of that new business that you have coming in, it doesn't mean that you're going to have to work harder. What it means is that all of that is going to happen for you. Now, once you have those 3 systems dialed in, the 4th system is what really creates an amazing business that runs without you, and that is sales. Now, you can think of sales as the transmission in your car. Now, I know a lot of you, if you're not car buffs, you may not even know what the transmission does. At the end of the day, what the transmission does is it converts all that power that your marketing and your social media manager is doing for you, and it converts that into energy so that your car can go forward without you pushing it from behind. See, right now, if you're like most entrepreneurs, you probably are doing the sales for your business. Now, once you're able to add a salesperson that converts all of those leads and all those appointments coming in from your marketing and social media, it really makes your car go on turbo boost. I love this analogy, by the way. I hope you're enjoying it as well. So what happens then is that once you have a good salesperson or inside salespeople on your team, it just creates an awesome result. Now in our business, our salespeople typically give us about a 14.4x return on investment. That means that every dollar we spend on things to bring leads in, we're getting a great return on those salespeople. But I will tell you the mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make is they add salespeople too early. When you do that, what happens is those salespeople, if there's no marketing engine behind them, if there's no administration and no fulfillment support, they fail. And entrepreneurs will think that, oh, it was the salesperson, my ISA sucked or whatever. It's not. What happened was you didn't have the right systems in place to drive enough leads, to drive enough appointments or enough quality business so that those salespeople can convert them in a really good way. But once you have those first three systems and you add the salespeople in, well, then it's just like a rocket ship that erupts and your business can really take off, again, without you putting in the extra effort, because you've built the systems, you've built the foundations, and you have built that car to run in an awesome way. Now, system 5, this is where it gets really fun. System 5 is your leadership system. And you can think of this like your steering wheel in your car. Leadership really is about casting the vision, making sure that everyone is going in the same direction so that your car can get where you want it to go. Just like you sit at the driver's seat and turn the steering wheel, it's the same way with leadership. And for most entrepreneurs, this is the thing that you hold on to last, right? You are the leader of your business. You're the founder. You're the one who started it. You turn the steering wheel where you want it to go. But ultimately, if you really want your business to go in an awesome direction, hiring amazing leaders and allowing them to steer, and that's a very important part that I'm going to touch on in a second, allowing them to actually steer in the direction they want it to go can create amazing results. I'm going to give you an example. I have another company called ExactTC that services real estate agents, teams, and brokerages, and we help with transaction management. And in that business, I have an amazing leader named Meg, and Meg is in a leadership position, so she's really allowed to steer that business where she wants it to go. She recently implemented some marketing systems to drive new clients, and she's doing a great job with that without my direct oversight. And that is an awesome thing. So leadership really is that last system that you want to make sure that is working really, really well with, again, standard operating procedures, key performance indicators, and the right people, so that when you turn that steering wheel the right way, your car is going to go exactly where you want it to go. It's not going to veer off course. Now, I promised you a sixth system in this video, and I'm going to give it to you. And the sixth system is leverage. And you can think of leverage as the gears in your car so that small inputs can produce huge outputs. Leverage is something that can be applied to each of those 5 systems. And when done right, it produces unbelievable and amazing results. Now, I've always been a big fan and a big proponent of adding leverage to everything you do. Leverage is something that can multiply your efforts. So instead of addition, like 1 + 1 is 2, you multiply 1 times 3, 2 times 4, 3 times 5, so that you can get exponential results in your business. And the way that you add leverage is you have to do it in a very smart way. So I've mentioned a couple times my company, All Star VAs, what we do is we specialize in installing systems, automations, and virtual assistants into your business to give you that leverage, to make your car go on turbo mode, right? And so if you don't know what the gears in a car do, I used to have a manual stick shift car when I first started driving, and so you know what gears are, but what the gears do is they amplify everything that you're doing, right? So in our business, what we do is we set up those systems for you, and that really is the key difference with what we do. So anything that you have, we are going to turbocharge that and make sure that each of those first 5 systems work really, really well and work on turbo for you in your business. Let me give you a quick example of that. So my marketing manager, Amelia, recently created some automations for us in our CRM called Go High Level, which, by the way, if you want to try it out, I do have a link below for a free 14-day trial. So what that does is anytime someone signs up, let's say for an email list or downloads one of our free guides, they are going to get an automated sequence of emails and text messages to give them more value, right? To make sure that we deliver on everything that we promise. Now, I'm not doing that manually. That's all happening on autopilot. Then you're going to go into our newsletter email sequence where I can email you valuable information every week. You know, I can email you my videos. I can email you all the things that I'm doing. And so what she has done by building out those systems is added leverage to my business. If I had to do all of that manually, it would take me hours and I would never be able to achieve it. But with those automations, I'm able to do something that has put that part of my business on turbocharge. And the best thing is that Amelia did it, right? So I used leverage to add leverage. And when you start doing that, your systems really, really skyrocket. Now, if you're enjoying what you're watching here and you want to know more about how we actually install virtual assistants into your business for $4 to $8 an hour to add all that leverage, all those standard operating procedures, and everything else you need to give your business the turbo boost that it needs, check out this video right here.